have every week. You can follow up with all the things we've been doing, which is a lot. We've been pushing information. I think that since the year started actually. So feel free to always go back in the videos and all the things we've been doing until now. Of course, we're going to continue with this format during the situation that we're going through. And hopefully you're following from home and dancing tango a little bit every day. I'm not asking you to spend 5 or 6 hours as you generally do. No, no, no. You can take it easy, maybe 20 minutes, half an hour, 2 times a week. That will be perfect. So to make sure also that we don't get too rusty, right, guys? We don't want to get too rusty in our tango. So today it's with Audrey. Bienvenue, Audrey. Welcome.
Merci. Okay, so today the subject of today will be parada and connection. We will show you first without speaking, and we will explain you everything right after.
Yes, we're gonna repeat it 3 times. So we recommend first for everybody to remember the sequence, because it's gonna be an easy sequence, something that probably all of you did already once. But then we're gonna spice it up. So pay attention to the first details, because what actually the work today we're going to work much more on the on embrace and the connection. Yeah, so we're going to show it.
Perfect.
Show it with an open embrace. Show it one more time. Oh, we're out of frame. Sorry. We're going to show again. Yeah? When we're going to start from here, but we're out of frame. That's a good start. We go again. Show it one more time. We need to get the frame right. Sorry. We started here. Yeah. There we go. So. Good. We're going to explain a little bit quick what we're doing here while doing it. We're going to repeat it. So, side step. We're walking in the outside leaders. 1, 2 steps. The cross for the follower. Forward ocho for my partner. Parada. And here we reunite in the connection. We're going to show it from a different angle so you can see the moment of the parada. Sorry, I need to borrow you. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. There we go. So, side step again. The cross for the follower. Ocho, the parada. And then we reconnect. Yeah? I hope that you got it. That's basically the sequence. That's basically what we're working on. But today, actually, as the title mentioned, we're going to work with the connection and how we're going to actually ask you to do it in close embrace. Yeah, to find a contact with your partner to make sure that our both axes are involved and that we don't abandon each other, either push towards each other too much. When we do things, yeah, so we're going to try to find a nice connection with a nice contact and do exactly the same thing what we just did.
Yes.
Yeah? So, in the first thing, yeah, maybe we can show it with our arms. So what we're trying to do is find a place where we're comfortable with our own self, yeah, with our own axis. And from there, mainly, as a leader, generally what I do, I wait a little bit more for the follower to propose, yeah, the kind of embrace my partner is willing to give. And the key here is going to be to find space between the hips. I hope you can see it from home. Maybe we can get a little bit closer to the camera. Sorry. So, from here, there we go. So as you can see, we still have space. Sorry, I need to thank you. We still have a space between my hips and all these hips, yeah, but we have a contact in the upper body. And we have a little bit of weight involved. It's not that I'm pushing forward because I'm gonna take her out of her axis,
Or the same.
or the other way around. It's not that Audrey is kind of killing me. We're finding a place where, thank you, 2 seconds. We're finding a place where we can both be comfortable and find a balance. Yeah, the balance part, it's really important. So we go again. You find this place, and the exercises we're gonna recommend you today before we go to the sequence is with your arms, you're gonna try to find a 2 beats walk. Yeah, a beat where you're gonna take the step, and a beat where you're gonna collect. Yeah, so it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and you can do it after you can do it in 1 beat. Yeah. The idea here is, the goal here is to synchronize, to make sure that we're moving together, and that therefore the connection is much easier, it's lighter. And this happens between we both understand we have a common ground where we are sharing energy, and where it's really clear that each moment of the step, it's clear for each of us independently, but at the same time we're deciding to keep and stay together. Yeah. Common mistake for us leaders, it's 2 things. Well, like the 2 major tendencies that we see often. The first one is going too much with your upper body, yeah, and then falling into the step. The second one, it's starting from the free leg, and then I kicked my follower first. I don't know if you were able to see that, but if I start from my leg, then I kicked her, and yeah, eventually she's gonna move.
Yeah,
but it cost me a kick to my follower, right? So here what we're trying to make sure is that in the upper body, we have this intention towards each other. When we say intention, it's like we literally put some weight, a little bit, in the other person. Yeah? And from there, I'm using my axis to put a little bit more of energy, and that creates movement in the free leg of the follower. Once I get that, I'm going to be able to take this step. Yeah?
And there we're still together.
Yeah, always together. We collect together, and again, there is a moment that I still have this intention in my upper body, right? So I keep having that moment, and we never lose that connection. Good. So we return to the frame. So the exercise could be both. I would recommend you to try both with arms, and then try it with no arms. Yeah? Sorry, Audrey is out of frame. We just turn here. We show it again. Good. Remember that it can also both directions. I could go backwards, and then Audrey walking forward. Yeah? So that's a little bit what we're talking about in this first part. Yeah? And we go directly to the sequence. So you practice. Yeah. You can pause the video here. Go practice all this part, the technique, the part of embrace, and then return to
the sequence.
To the sequence. So now we want everything together. Sorry, I'm going to start here because of the frame.
Yes.
So now, first thing, we are finding each other in this common embrace, common intention that we have towards each other. It's invisible right now. It's not something that you can be, that from home you go like, oh yeah, it's there. That's why we recommend you to try it with your partner and try to be honest about how you feel. So once that you find it, then we're going to take a side step. And here it's going to be challenging because a common tendency after the side step is to, for the follower and the leader, sometimes it's to go away from my partner. Yeah? And that will eventually make one of us fall. And of course that could be a little bit uncomfortable, and maybe, how to say, it will expose you if you're dancing and you feel that you're dancing, and you feel that you're falling, sorry. it's not pleasing to feel that I'm falling. So after my side step, what I'm looking for is for a balance with my upper body towards my partner. Then,
And
sorry.
this happened also because we are both staying in the same height, let's say.
Yeah.
Because we will lose connection if we also take the side step and woo and want to lift ourselves. Let's say this is also a common mistake that's we tendency to do.
So my intention is from my upper body with my body, and then balance. Yeah, it's connected to with your pushing leg, and to your with your partner basically.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna let this arm fall because this is what we're talking about. It's the intention of going towards, yeah, and staying there, and not going out. You're gonna feel it. If you practice this, you will see what we're talking about. So as open, then cross, and the parada that we've been talking about. So the point here, the goal is to stay close, to feel the real connection of the movement. And when we talk about connection, we're not talking about male dominance in the role of leading. We're talking about a common understanding between the two parts of the couple, making sure that like none of them are putting too much or too less, which could become a problem too. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're really together all the time in every step or every transition, every moment. It's like the idea. It's really that I'm following in a way him in his energy, but I give mine as well as a return. So when we take the step, I'm really focusing on like being together, being with him during this moment. Also, transition.
So I hope we're in frame. I was just checking.
Okay.
Yeah. So we go to the frame too.
So I don't go faster than him or before him or after him. I try to, let's see, be connected.
We go
all the time with
together.
him.
Yeah, we go together. And this is, again, we're synchronizing. It's something to do with moving together. So I have an intention, then her free leg follows, and then my free leg and my weight goes. Yeah? Boom. Good. And we're going to show it the other side because there is a last moment we want you to pay attention to. We're going to start from here. So it goes side to the cross, forward to the parada. Yeah, and now when she's walking, I'm taking that here. You see my right leg that I'm kind of lapping with my foot. I'm taking that step, and this is the moment we reconnect again. You see? We never lose the connection. This is a really critical moment. When you will try it, you will see that you will have some problems at that moment. No worries, it's normal. Yeah? And then we're ready to take the side step or to walk again forward in the line. We show it one more time.
Yes.
And then we show it with music. Yeah, I hope we ended up out of frame as usual.
No, that's good.
Well, we good. We show it one more time with the music and we move on. Yeah. One more time, we're gonna show it from a different angle. Sorry, can we come a little? Yeah, thank you. There we go. We start here. Good. So that was the first part. That was for Tango 1, 2. Closed embrace is not something that comes. It's not the easiest the easiest thing that comes. It's something that we need to pay attention and practice. So be patient. Remember that you're working with with a partner, and that it sometimes takes some time until we find that common ground and we both agree in the things we want to do. So you can be fine, but practice it because we're really interested in you to be able to find your open and close embrace and the connection while doing different things in different moves. Good. So we're gonna move on now. You're gonna see a sign right there that says embrace and circularity. Yeah. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take exactly the same thing that we were doing before, but we're gonna do it a little bit more circular in the way out. Yeah. And it will have one more condition, let's say. So what we're gonna do is
Let's show it.
we want to start and do the cross in one step, which means I want step and the cross. Yeah? Can we do that again? We show it. It's one step and the cross. Good. You will see that sometimes the moment of the cross could be a moment that we have the tendency to go up. This is for both leaders and followers. We all do it. I did it for many, many years in my life. Yeah, this idea that I lead the cross, putting my shoulders up. Yeah, it's a common reaction that it personally took me a long time to get rid of. So if we can give you any help in order to avoid that, exactly, we will be really, 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 really happy. So here a little bit the secret is in both of us, make sure that we transition together and that we arrive to the axis together. Yeah. I know that for the followers, it's always going to be really tempting to bring your leg on your own because what you feel is that you don't have space for that leg.
Definitely, yeah.
But actually, your leader will help you a lot. Again, it doesn't mean that you're going to become completely heavy followers, but we're trying to use this connection and this energy together in order to move and arrive to the axis. So what I recommend to followers is just to be patient, to make sure that we're arriving together and that the weight is always there. It doesn't go up. Yeah? One more time. So, boom, the cross, and now from here, it's this way out, yeah. And out, this way. We're gonna show the whole thing.
Yeah, let's show once and...
This is the whole thing that we want for today. So it's a small thing. Sorry, I end up out of frame. It's a small thing, and it's circular. That means that we start in one line, and we end up in the same line. Boom. 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 Yeah? And this is exactly what we said, we said that we were going to do. We're going to do close embrace and circularity, and let's see how it goes and pay attention to the different things and moments that we need. So in the first one we said like we have this common intention going each other. I don't know if my fingers can show it, but it's me going towards Audrey and it's Audrey also towards me. Yeah, so we have this kind of feeling. Yeah, and we don't lose it, and we never lose it. It's always there during the whole transition, during the cross, and afterwards. What we have is a small moment of a space of air. Why? Because Audrey needs to pivot. It's not that we're going out.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not exaggerating, but it would be like, remember that I said that we're going towards. In this small moment, we let it breathe. We let it open a little bit because we need this space. So we still have contact, just a little bit, but we're
Yeah.
not towards
No.
each other. We needed space
Yeah.
for both of us.
Also, I cannot breathe otherwise.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
especially if you're smaller, then it's like I will end up to eat his chest. That's not the point, right?
So after that space, I'm gonna be able to return closer, yeah, and find the circularity going towards to like 180 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far. So we show it again. Boom. Cross. We open a little bit. She goes boom. And this is the easy alternative. I would recommend you to try this first one. Only
Right.
180 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. We need to start it here. So step, cross, forward arrow for my follower, open to open, and then I can continue in this direction. That's what was the 180. Now, let's do the full thing. Boom, boom. I let her step, and now follower and leaders, well, both. It's a sacada, yeah? It's an open step for my follower, and I'm
Yes.
taking the sacada.
It's a side. Yeah.
Boom. From here,
Yeah.
woo, from here we fall together. You can either find this line, which is a little bit, it's not the easiest thing to find, yeah,
No.
which is the out. But if you find it, you can easily go and
Back.
and
Yeah.
back. So we're gonna show you two different alternatives for the same thing. One, cross, step, sacada, and I go in the out. Yeah? Out, small step, we return together, and we go back into the line. Out of the frame.
Right? No, we were.
One more time, we show it. One step, cross, forward archer for the follower. Open, and I'm going in the out. And keep going. So there we have the
Okay.
full circularity, right? It's really clear movement. It's a really clear circular thing. And you can also, we're gonna show it like one more time. Sacada, I go in the outside.
And
Change.
here, go back. Yeah.
And something interesting about the embrace, something that like happened in this part of the body, right? For in both of us. It's not a fixed position, the close embrace. Neither the open or the close embrace, they're not fixed things. Well, that's the way we like to think. Means we're not stiff. It's not that in the place where you find the contact, you're staying there forever. It's really, really, it has mobility. It's really flexible kind of embrace. So you should feel enough space and freedom, both of you, to roll a little bit into the in the embrace. So imagine that we're starting the same line and we start reading in front of each other. There is certain moments that the embrace will go this, in this sense. I hope you can see it and understand that this is Audrey, this is me, right? So sometimes we're not going to be totally in front of each other. Sometimes we're going to go one side and sometimes we're going to be a little bit more on the other side. And in order to find that, we need to be flexible. We need to understand that our movement in the floor and the way we push doesn't always involve my partner. Then and then I think that once that we get that, we understand that we have sometimes we have a limit in tango. Even tango teachers, sometimes we want to push limits to the maximum. In order to stay connected and with my partner and find a nice embrace, especially a close embrace, I will have a limit. So maybe my step wants to be, this goes a little bit for the follower. That's really last moment. This step. And the next step that comes here, it makes no sense for Audrey to go really far away because it's not what we were intending.
No,
We're
it
gonna
is
show it
also
again.
because we want to reconnect at this moment because we
Yeah,
we
we're
are
here.
all of course connected at any moment, but we want to be really like rolling, as Helman was saying. We roll at this time.
Yeah, there is a
Should be.
rolling in
It
the
is, there
brace.
is a rolling, yeah.
We kind of roll. That's the right
Yeah.
word. Yeah. So allow yourself to find those things.
Also here I roll. Shoo.
Yeah. Out, she rolls in, and we continue. Yeah? So there is, again, this mobility,
Yeah.
flexibility in the embrace that really allows us to move within the embrace, within the abrazo. And that's, of course, that's pushing a little bit further. I know it's a little bit complicated to understand it. It's, of course, it's a little bit complicated with the distance, with the social distance that we have to follow, that we can't show it and try it together. But you can try it at home and practice it. And I'm pretty sure that with all the, by only trying, you will realize that it's not as easy as sometimes we think it is. And maybe if it comes easy, which we really wish you that, sometimes you're going to find all the small details and things out there. So we really want to encourage you to do it and practice it and to embrace. Yeah? Good.
Let's
One more time. So, cross, boom, sacada, out. Small step, and we continue in the same line.
Yes.
Yeah? We're
So
going to give you a really last alternative that we have, and it's after the cross, sacada, I can go in the same line. I can turn enough to find the same line. Before we were going
Yes.
here, leaders. Yeah? But it's also possible to find this line. And we really want to encourage you to try it and to try to see if you can find it. Yeah, we show it one more time.
Yeah, that's.
And we're out of frame. Good. So what we're going to do, we're going to just play a song. We're going to show it a couple of times. There's 3 variants. The easy, really easy PC one, the second one, and the third one. So we're going to show 2 times each. Try.
Yes.
I hope that you can follow up from home. And música maestra, please.
Igual que un bandoneón, sollozas corazón. Igual que un bandoneón estás penando y tus notas van fraseando el recuerdo de su amor. Ayer le dije adiós.
Good. Sorry, I messed up, but we're going to show it a few times.
Yes.
Corazón, por ella se hace más tristón su acento que gime desde adentro, igual que un bandoneón. Era como canción de un tango. Todo
One more time, the
aquel
last one.
amor de tu vida, que hoy lloras corazón, igual que un bandoneón de triste voz enronquecida. Nunca
Good.
desde Dios.
Thank you very much. Thank you,
Thank
Audrey.
you for today.
Nancy.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for today. I hope that you're dancing home like crazy.
Yes.
Yes. We'll see you again next week. Take care. Mwah. Thank you for
See
being
you.
there.
Bye. Thank you.
Peace.